Oh, what have I done? That has got to be the ugliest car I've ever seen in my life, to be honest. Ugh. It's had its first wash in 15 years. Still looks like shit. Speaking of shit. Ugh, what sort of shit's that? Ooh, that's scary looking shit, that is. And it's fair to say the driving experience is as good as it looks. This car has one feature that is awesome. Righto, it's 2:30. We got the car at 8:30 this morning after the little drive. I thought we may as well start pulling the motor out. Tomorrow I'll pull all the seats out, pull the carpet up. We've got a bit of rust to fix. And quite a few, we'll try and pull a bit of weight, see what we can find in there that doesn't need to be in there. Things like this guy should be good. Ripping the inside out, what do you reckon, Bags?
Fucking disgusting.
Bit of rat shit we found, look at this. Beautiful. We haven't found the rats yet, or a possible snake, so we'll see. Well, most of the celica's in the trailer. Just getting it to a point we can actually start cutting and welding. We've cut the whole boot floor out, not because it was rusty, but just so get rid of the spare wheel well so we can put a bit of a drop tank or do something better with the tank. Just having a bit of a measure up with wheels and tyres. We're going to run a 26-inch, a 235 radial. It's the biggest without going too crazy cutting stuff out. So that is going to be the next plan inside. We'll put a 9-inch in it. We've just been playing with gear ratio calculators too, so pretty sure we know what we're going to do there. So yeah, there's a lot of rust, which isn't good. Every time you pull something apart, you find a bit more, but it's all fixable. We'll keep on hitting it. Righto, punters, if you don't know, we're doing a build of this dirty old 1982 Celica. Really ugly car, I know that, but it seems like the perfect candidate for a K rear-wheel drive swap. So I like my Hondas. I've never played with the K series, so it's going to give me a good chance to learn about them. And also putting a powerglide behind it via an adapter we get from the States. Hopefully it should be a quick little drag car. So something, I've never played with rear-wheel drive drag stuff, so I've got to learn somewhere, so why not start on something cheap and nasty. Oh fuck. Righto, we're 2 weeks in. We've been playing with a bit of body work. I'm not very good at it. The guy that works for me, he is, so that's lucky. Just fixing a bit of rust. Dropped it down a little bit lower just to try and see what look we're going for and how we can possibly somehow maybe make it look a little bit better. We've changed the bonnet to the later model. Doesn't have the little lip like the original one did, and that was quite rusty. I don't know if you can see the extra little lip. They have a different set of lights which are a lot nicer than the ones I had, but we're missing an indicator and we're never going to get one for the facelift model to suit this white bonnet, so we're just going to have to run with something we come up with, which we haven't figured out yet. Got a nice manifold though. Trans is getting built. We've gone with a powerglide, so it should be good for about 1500 horsepower with the gear we've got in it. We've got wheels, I'll show you them another day when we get the tyres. 235s we're going to run on it, drag radial, and we'll try and set the car up and figure out how to do that properly. But apart from that, we're slowly getting there. We've got the adjustable 9-inch under there so we can set everything up. We've got about 1/2 inch of clearance on the inside of the rim. Outside of the rim is dead square. I ran a square off the floor, which is pretty square. So it all clears fucking beautifully. So it worked out that the front bearings originally are a Holden style bearing, you'd call it. But I wanted Ford stud pattern, so I've got a Ford trailer hub that I can put a hat disc on. And then all I had to do was put Holden bearings into that. So the ODs are always the same, the outside diameter of the Ford and the Holden, it's just the spindle size that's different. So that was an easy way to go to an AU Falcon disc. We'll make up a spigot for this because the centre ball is slightly too big, so we'll make a locator and then put AU Falcon Series 2 or 3 twin piston calipers on the front. Spent a couple of days doing the front hubs and brake conversion over to AU Falcon twin piston. Just got the wheels on it from Scotty at Wheel Nation. Nice little wheels, 4-wheel drive wheels, nice cheap. Should do what we want them to do. Maybe we'll machine 5 to 10 mil off the back of the wheel. We'll see how much we got to play with to get it in slightly. I haven't tried rolling that guard yet, but it would be nice to go in 10 mil or so. But it's looking alright for a pig. Oh, we don't need that part. It's going to get in the way for intercooler piping and radiators and intercoolers and transcoolers and pipes and lights and everything else that a car needs to go fast. Righto, we're 4 weeks in and we started mounting all the motor yesterday. Got a bit of timber in there at the moment. We've got to make up an aluminium spacer and trim down the big, the 10mm plates. But it gives you an idea of how it's all sitting in there, all off the factory locations to keep it simple. Manifold fits good, turbo's ordered. What else have we been doing? Oil pump, modifying that. I'll show you some photos of that, but it's all pretty tight under there, but it should all work. I'll show you the cross member shortly for the transmission and how it clears everything under there quite nicely. Motor does sit so much further back for some reason than what the original one did. We've got so much room in the front. If you look at it from there, you can obviously see where the radiator sits. So it should be good for intercoolers and that sort of stuff. All the oil pump pick up. We had to shorten that up to clear the cross member, so we started making up the sump. Gets really tight. We have about 5 to 10 mil clearance everywhere. It's hard to see in here, but once the motor's all solid mounted, it'll be done off the mid plates as well, so it's not going to go anywhere. Transmission, the original cross member worked out really good. Cut the middle section out and then welded another plate in just to get that sitting where it should. Heaps of clearance around everywhere, touching in a couple of little spots just up here which will tap in and get 5 or 10 mil on them would be nice. But everything fits as though it should have had one of these from the box, I reckon. So, see what happens. Well, we've been playing with these front indicators and headlights. We've got them looking a bit better. We've moved the front bumper back probably about 200 mil, just about to be honest, 150 to 200 mil, to try and make it not look so fucking weird. We've probably removed easy 25 kilo with all the electric lights, headlights that flip up and down in it. The diff is finished, so tomorrow I'm picking that up on the way in and we will start doing all the rear end mounting. I've been out to Gazzard Brothers on Sunday, talked to Scott out there, awesome guy, knows his shit. Any questions you can just keep throwing at him and he'll keep answering them. So we bought a whole heap of good bits off him, so it'll be the first time I've ever put a 9-inch in something like this anyway that isn't a hot rod. So a little bit different with all the rod ends and everything else, but it'll be a bit of fun. Well, it's the 25th of February. I've been busy with work, which has been good. Just finished wiring up an F-truck, but back to this pile of rust. Well, we're cutting most of the rust is gone, so that's a good start. We'll start in the back. We've finished all the rear end stuff. So first time I've ever done one of those, but fairly straightforward. The guys at Gazzard Brothers, Scott, he is awesome. I've rang him probably 7 times and he'll answer every time, and he will answer your question. We've got the turbo SXE 372, all mounted where I want it to go. So now it's time to make the manifold. But it's starting to look like a car. It's rolling on its own now, which is bloody good. So I can't complain. But we've had it for over a month, so we are getting there. Alternator brackets complete. We decided to put a bulkhead fitting through for the top radiator hose just to make it easier, so it's in two hoses rather than one. If we ever want to take the radiator out, we don't have to undo it from the whole way at the back of the head. LS1 alternator, all adjustable. You can't see it from here, but it slides the idler pulley down from underneath. What else have we got? The sump and oil lines, heaps of different things done.